Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. This is Bohemia in 1403, which is modern-day Czech Republic, give or take. I'm sure the borders aren't exactly the same. And at the time, Bohemia was part of the Holy Roman Empire, and right now we're going through a civil war. We are playing Henry, a blacksmith's son, and in the last episode, we helped Lord Samine round up some bandits who had taken the cart of supplies being sent from Radovan the blacksmith to him, and they tried to steal the cart. The bandits did, with the help of the hired hands, and we captured them with Lord Samine and his captain Gnarly. And we had some fun while we were doing it. The only problem was they dropped me off about 300 yards from Troskowitz, and I had to walk the rest of the way. And we also missed a little bit of a scene where the people we had captured were arguing back and forth. Yeah, it is what it is. It wasn't anybody's fault. It was just a little glitch with the system for some reason. One of the guys we had captured felt like I had stolen something from him because I did pick up everything I could in that camp, and so we went through the whole, "You've stolen this and you're going to either give it back or pay for it." And so I ended up having to just pay for it.
If you value your life, stop drinking. Alcohol is the scourge of mankind. The devil's temptation. Look at me. I used to spend all day and night in the tavern, drinking away.
So the reason
my wife couldn't
what we're doing now is we are doing invaders, because we're gonna stop tracking this for a little bit, and we're gonna track invaders. So Betty the innkeeper has found some Cumans at a table in the tavern, and they want some food, and she doesn't want to talk to them, so she's asked me to serve them.
sight of me, and my house nearly collapsed. What can I say? But then I was sent aside. After one night.
The innkeeper said you wanted some food.
Exactly. We do not want much. Just some bread and something beside. Maybe a bit of sausage.
Do you have money?
Do you have money?
We have, and we pay for everything. On my name, not Vashko.
I don't know if your name is Vasco or not. So how would I know if you're telling the truth? But regardless, we are going to find some food for him. He wanted sausage. Here's 1, 2, and bread.
Hail Mary.
Here you go.
Thank you. I afraid we leave. Ahesh. Without food.
Corva, why are you even talking to them? They can go to hell.
What are you doing here?
What were you thinking coming here? Cumans don't exactly have the best reputation around here.
We don't want trouble. We just hungry. We had enough of that. Ate back at camp. We just want to eat something good for change.
The locals don't want you here, and neither do I. The less Cumans I meet in my lifetime, the better.
Not all Cumans same. But what you say? We eat and we go.
Who taught you our language?
How come you speak our language so well?
From mother. It is long entertained story. Maybe I tell another time. Now we just want to eat.
Good appetite.
I wish you good appetite.
Thanks, friend.
I wouldn't exactly say friend.
Mit mondott?
Jó et vágyott kívánott nekünk.
Remélem nem mérgezte meg.
You should get the fuck out of here. You hear me, you Hungarian pork sausage?
Everyone calm down.
Easy, fella. They just want to eat their food in peace and leave.
You seem very sure about that. Last time you got into a brawl here yourself, and now you're going to preach to us about peace? Oh shit. I say we smash their teeth in and be done with it.
Well, the last time I got into a fight was because one of your guys was giving one of my guys, Hans, a hard time, and then they wanted to fight about it. Well, actually, Hans threw the first punch, but you're going to have a hard time beating them.
Do you want to make a fool of yourself? You'd cry like a little girl after these warriors break every bone in your body.
Last time, the only one crying was you, when you had shit thrown at you in the stocks. So stop acting tough and run along. Do I make myself clear, you cunt? Out, now!
Jobba megyünk, vagy leütöm.
All right, we go.
Pizza! What did you just say? Fuck that shit! Hey, where do you think you're going? Did you really just spit on me, you scum?
He not mean it. He go too far.
And who's gonna pay?
We no eat anything. You take food back.
So our food ain't the gentleman's taste, eh? Maybe they'd rather wear it on their heads instead.
This guy has
What
no
about
logic.
you, lad? Will you help us kick these pigs out of here?
No. Leave them alone.
Leave them
They're
alone.
leaving.
You're defending those horse fuckers. Birds of a feather, eh?
You don't even know who they are.
They're leaving.
You think I don't? They're fucking Cumans. They burn and pillage every village they come across, and you're standing up for them. You fucking traitor.
They haven't burnt up Troskowitz.
Now you're mine.
No chance.
Oh, that's Yekish.
Tough shit, fucker!
Majd nem fogom vissza magam, és az rossz lesz.
You want any? Where's Vasco? There he is.
How are you doing?
Friend Benless. Thanks, friend. I not expect.
I'm not
no
a friend.
worry, we repay you. Come to our camp. We will drink together.
Okay, where can I find your camp? I'm not coming with you right now.
Thanks for the invitation, but I have to take care of some things first. Where can I find you later?
We make tents right under big rock on bank of pond. People call it tower or something like.
All right. I'll try to find you there.
Viszont látásra.
Okay. So we're not going there now, so let's stop tracking that. Now let's go back to Radovan and tell him what happened with his cart. Oh, that's Agnes.
Come here.
Alright, so let's go back to Radovan. We'll fast travel.
Good day.
The cart has been found.
So, job done. The cart was found and driven to Lord Semin's courtyard.
Whew. That's a relief. And what happened to that pair of idiots?
It turned out they tried to rob you.
Oh. They did they?
Aye. They plotted with some robber baron called Gules and brought the cart to him.
The bastards. I should have realized they were a bit too keen on work. And how did you get the cart back?
Well, I went to Semin, and they were wondering there too where the wagon got to. So we rode out to look for it. Me, Lord Semin, and his captain, Gnarly.
Well, God's nails. And the three of you tracked them down. The whole band.
That's right. They were hiding in Appolonia, along with the cart and the goods.
Indeed. Where else? The bastards. And what about my hands?
I'm not sure. Lord Semin took them and Gules to his courtyard. We'll see how he deals with them.
I'd know what to do with them.
Don't worry. I don't think Lord Semin will let them off lightly.
Anyway, the main thing is the cart turned up. I'd be in a right mess if it didn't.
No doubt.
And you've earned a reward for your trouble. I've got just the thing for you. Some mercenary once had his cuirass repaired here, but never came back for it. Who knows what happened to him? So now it's yours. It's been through a bit, but it'll still serve for a while.
Thanks. It'll come in handy. And have you got another job for me?
Young Lord Semin's wedding is coming up, and it's got my head spinning. Look, you must have seen Agnes, the bailiff's daughter, when you were in Troskowitz. What do you think of her?
Semin is marrying Agnes. I didn't really look at her too much, although she is a nice-looking woman.
Well, young Semin is marrying her, isn't he? Why would I have my eye on her?
Don't pretend. A statue of a saint would have his eye on her. Looks ain't everything, though. She's got such a sharp tongue on her. I almost feel sorry for young Semin. And how about you, lad? Have you got some lass waiting in Sasau?
Teresa.
Yeah. And I hope she'll wait. Her name's Teresa. Her uncle owns a mill on the river in Ratai.
A girl from the mill? You want to watch out for them types. You might get caught up in devilry, lad. A wedding's a serious business. You're not just getting a bride, but a whole family. So you have to show them you're a man who's worth it. All the more so when you're noble born. Old Semin wants a special sword forged for his son's wedding present.
Excellent. So what are we waiting for? Should we get to work?
Hold your horses. It can't be any old steel. This has to be a first-class job.
A blade of first-class steel.
That's right. And that's just the problem.
We don't have any good steel.
Ah, I see. We don't have any welded steel for that kind of sword, do we?
God's nails. You really know your stuff, youngster. And you're right. We don't have the steel for a strong sword that won't break.
Where will we get it?
I'd like to know where you're going to get your hands on some welded steel.
Relax, lad. I've got it all figured out, as it happens. There's this old hermit called Ambrose, living in Appolonia.
And he can pray for us?
God's nails, let me finish talking. The word is, he was fighting heathens years ago in faraway Andalusia, and folks say they saw this interesting broken sword in his hut. From the description, it seems our peculiar hermit has a real Toledo blade.
Welded Spanish steel? There's nothing better for a sword.
See now? You do understand. But there's a catch.
Naturally.
They say that Ambrose the Hermit has changed a lot recently. People from far and wide used to go to him for remedies and blessings. But now he won't see no one. I even heard he made a pact with the devil. And there have been other strange goings-on.
Chivalric orders. You learn chivalric orders. Also, he mentioned Andalusia, which is something that I wanted to talk about.
What strange goings-on?
I heard something in the tavern about some apparition. But that's all I know.
With the devil? Why would the hermit make a pact with the devil?
No idea. It might just be old wives' tales.
Where can I find the hermit?
Do I look like someone who goes to a hermit for advice? I know he has a hut somewhere in Appolonia. But you'll have to ask the Troskowitz womenfolk if you want to know more.
Right. I'll try to find out more about the hermit's sword. But in return, you'll get me invited to Semin's wedding.
If it means so much to you, why not? Come and see Betty from the Troskowitz tavern. She knows all the gossip. She'll definitely tell you more about the hermit. But Henry, if there's any truth in that pact with the devil, don't get caught up in it. The best sword in the world isn't worth eternal damnation.
All right. I want to buy something from you, though.
I'd like to ask more about that sword.
Yeah.
What more do you need to know? Have you asked at the Troskowitz tavern about that hermit? God's nails, you've got a job to do. Get on with it so we can get it done on time.
Oh, okay. So, trade.
Show me your wares.
Oh, he doesn't have what I want.
Why are you wasting my time if you don't want anything then, eh?
Well, you didn't have anything that I wanted. You didn't have the item. I wanted a specific item, and you didn't have it. So that's your fault.
Hey?
Always got to check and see. Oh, we have some perk points. 5 perk points. Vitality. Creative Soul. Your energy will slowly replenish while doing alchemy, sharpening, blacksmithing, or playing dice. Aesthetic. We've read that. Your nourishment will decrease 30% slower. Balanced diet. If you don't overeat, get drunk, or starve for 3 consecutive days, your stamina will recover 20% faster, and you will gain 10% more experience in the vitality stat. If you overeat, get drunk, or starve, you will lose the perk effect and will need to reactivate it. I like this one. It's tough to do, especially early on, and I'll show you why. But I'm going to do it. Agility, featherweight, fall damage is reduced by 30%. Nimble stance. Dodges cost you 40% less stamina. Deft hands, the required agility for all weapons will be reduced by 5 overall. In general, if you have lower agility than the weapon requires, you will find it more difficult to fight with. If, on the other hand, you have a higher agility, the stamina difficulty will drop. With this perk, you will reach that state sooner. Ranger Run. After 10 seconds of fast sprinting, you will briefly get a big bonus on stamina recovery. When you slow down afterwards, you'll quickly regain your strength and can start running again. I like this one just because main level, memorable, changing your reputation, good or bad, spread more widely. Undaunted Cavalier, if your charisma is higher than 20, or charisma is 9, your armor will be considered 15% higher. Burger, in towns, villages, and their surrounding areas, you gain a +1 bonus on strength, agility, vitality, and speech. Local hero, if you're in an area where you have a good reputation, 60 or more, you gain a +2 bonus on strength, agility, vitality, and speech. Martin's heritage will improve in sword fighting, crafting, and survival skills, as all experience gain will be 10% higher. Radzik's heritage, you will improve faster and heavy weapon, shooting, scholarship skills, as all experience will be gain will be 10% higher. Scholarship is very, very hard to increase, so I'm going to do that. Two available. Warfare. Head protection, 20% less damage. River, if you make a dodge, perfect dodge, or sprint during combat, you get +3 on warfare skill. Rock Solid, you maintain a steady stance and use it to your advantage when you don't sprint or dodge for 10 seconds in a battle. You'll gain +20 to your armor. Sprinting or dodging will cancel this. Ironclad, the weight of your armor affects your speed of movement and how much stamina sprinting depletes. Using this perk, your armor will weigh you down 20% less. Thus having a lesser effect on your stamina, neither the actual weight or blah blah blah. Unbreakable. If you are outnumbered in a fight, your stamina will recover 20% faster. I like that one because I'm almost always outnumbered in my fight. Speech 9. 58% in level 9. Alright. Let's go. So we're going to investigate the Hermit. I should have slept. But apparently he is closed for the night. Let's talk to the innkeeper about the Hermit. He's sitting here all by herself. How poor lady, probably lonely. I need advice on the Hermit.
I need some advice.
You want some advice? Here's some for free. I catch you fighting here again, and I'll spank your bare ass like a brat. Down to business. I don't have all day for you, So what do you want?
I promised Radovan the blacksmith I'd go and see Ambrose the Hermit in Appolonia.
My God, lad, stay away from them rocks. Ambrose the Hermit sold his soul to the devil and won't talk to nobody no more.
Yeah, I heard that as well. But it seems a bit far-fetched.
So why would an evil spirit suddenly start appearing near Appolonia? It's the devil's work, believe you me.
And has anyone sent to the castle for the priest?
Not at all. Bailiff Thrush is keeping it quiet so far. 4 strangers came here yesterday. They sat in the corner there, but once they heard about the apparition, they started to take a big interest.
What strangers?
They looked like monks, only they had daggers concealed under their robes. I saw them clearly. I'm telling you, there's something fishy going on around Ambrose.
I want to talk to him.
But I have to speak to him.
Didn't you hear what I said? He doesn't speak to nobody. He hides away in his hut and sends everyone away. I'd think long and hard before doing anything if I was you. Because this reeks of hell.
I want to ask more
I'd
about
like to ask you about that hermit in Appolonia.
Go on then.
What do you know about this apparition?
Stanislav, the herds boy. He comes running into the village that night, all terrified, saying he'd seen a rider from hell in Appolonia. And the very next night, it appeared in the rocks below the road to Tahov. There's this conciliatory stone cross there. And the next day, it was at a funny angle. There's some devilry in it for sure.
Who saw the apparition?
And it was the herds boy who saw it by the cross, or someone else?
The apothecary's wife, Gerda. Ask her yourself. She's not been herself ever since, poor woman.
Where can I find the herds boy?
Where can I find the herds boy?
Stanislav has a sheep pen in the meadow beyond the Troskowitz graveyard, right above the big crossroads outside Appolonia.
Okay. How do I get to the hermit?
How do I get to the hermit?
You're asking for trouble, lad. But all right, if you insist, you go through Appolonia, along the path, below the rocks, till you reach the point where it crosses the stream. And from there, you take the path uphill, to the left, leading into the rocks.
Who is this guy?
Who's this hermit fella, anyway?
No one knows. He settled in the rocks a few years back. Folk used to go to him for various healing ointments or advice.
And what has he got to do with this apparition?
Well, he was at death's door recently, bedridden, and then suddenly he's got his health back. Just like that. And he's like a different man since then. He sends everyone who goes to see him packing. Mark my words. He sold his soul to the devil to get better. And the devil sometimes comes here on the prowl for unwary souls.
Where did these strangers come from?
Where did these peculiar monks come from?
Hard to say, but they rode in on well-fed horses.
Monks on horseback? That's definitely odd.
Well, Bashka the Butcher says they came from the bishop about that diabolical apparition. In short, the Inquisition.
And nobody expects the Inquisition. Any
What's
news
the
here?
latest news, innkeeper?
Have you heard about the Divozhenka of Semain?
What Divozhenka?
You haven't seen one yet? A Divozhenka is a wild woman of the forest. An ugly, disfigured creature. You can find them deep in the woods or caves, where they make their ointments and gather magic herbs. Sometimes they hurt people, sometimes they help them. You shouldn't go there.
Why not?
The Samin lot did that. They were worried she might put young Lord Samin under a spell, especially now, because of the wedding. So they took care of her. And that's about it, I'd say.
Sounds interesting. Thank you, innkeeper.
Can I spend the night here?
Can I spend the night here?
We're not really equipped for that here.
For a longer time?
I'll pay you well, if you let me spend the night here every now and then.
I'll let you sleep on the hay for a couple of groschen.
50
Let's
is
agree
not
on a
couple.
price. No, only because it's you.
More! Very well. Feel free to sleep on the hay, but don't go wandering around my home.
Okay.
Where should I lie down?
You can sleep in the barn behind the cart, right next to the wood.
Greetings.
Let's take a look. We're at 68% speech now.
God be with you.
Let's do some sleeping then. Not much, but it'll do. And at least she's willing to talk to me.
Silly doggy.
See, I just went over a drinking and perk point. Drinking. Nightcap. If you were meant to get a hangover while sleeping, now you won't. Plus, when you're drunk, all beds are 10% more comfortable, so you sleep like a king. St. Vivian's Grace. Under the influence of alcohol, you'll be less likely to be injured by falling from a height. I like this one better, I guess. So see, we're overnourished, and so I'm already messed up the timer for that perk where it said what was it? I think it was the main level. No, it wasn't. It's vitality, I believe. Balanced diet. So I've already screwed that up. I reset the timer. So you kind of have to watch out for that. I need to buy something before I do anything else. Before I forget.
What the hell? Du Nervensäge! Get out!
Why?
Oh nein, du Bettler! Was willst du?
Why do you dislike me?
Show me your wares.
My reputation with you is 100. Why are you giving me a hard time? I don't understand why sometimes you have a reputation of 100, and yet they still treat you like you're
I'd like to discuss the price.
Thief or something.
Versuchen wir's.
Only because it's you.
That's more like it. Just a bit more and we can shake hands. Why? You'll convince me with that price? Du wirst sicher zufrieden sein. Bis bald.
Okay. So, talk to Gerda, talk to villagers. Oh, I should have talked to him. He's probably going to yell at me again, though. What happened to the hermit?
What happened to the hermit from Appolonia?
He's been acting strange the last few days. Don't bother going there.
It said the herds boy saw an apparition.
I heard Stanislav had some kind of nighttime vision. A diabolical apparition.
Mary, Mother of God, protect us. A few days ago, he ran into the village on his last legs with fear. He said he saw a diabolical horseman down at the crossroads.
What do you know about the apparition at the cross?
Better ask Gerda at the apothecary's. She's the one who saw it with her own eyes.
Okay. What about that apparition?
What do you know about this diabolical apparition?
Christ have mercy. I want nothing to do with that.
But there's one other thing I want to talk about. Do you know about the hermit's sword?
I hear Ambrose the hermit has some old sword.
That's right. But I haven't seen it in his hut for a few years. Most likely he sold it.
Okay. That's all I needed. So we talked to the village people. The village people. YMCA. So let's talk to the witnesses and find out the truth about the devil. Okay, Gerda is inside here. And I don't want to go inside there. There we
You
go.
have a kind master, hey, doggy? Jesus Christ be praised.
What did you see by the cross?
I'd like to ask you about something.
No, I don't want to talk about it anymore. Go away, please.
Oh, there's nothing to be afraid of.
Easy now, Gerda. There's nothing to be afraid of. We'll get to the bottom of this mystery together.
Really? You're not going to laugh at me like all the others?
I believe you really did see something. But I want to know what it really was.
So, what do you want me to tell you?
What happened with the apparition?
Relax, Gerda. Have a think, and then tell me what happened with the apparition.
It was the day before yesterday. I was picking marshmallow roots above the rocks. It grows by the cross there, near the big dry tree not far from the road to Tachov. I didn't get home till after dark when I suddenly realized I didn't have my knife.
So you went back to the cross?
God have mercy. He hopped up right out of the ground in front of me. He was all in black and he was grinding his teeth. I started to scream. There was something glinting in the dark and this clanking sound, and I just turned and scarpered.
That's all?
At one point I turned around and I saw a dark shadow darting across the field. Proper flying along it was, like the devil, and heading straight to Appolonia.
Where did you see the apparition?
What's this place where you saw the apparition?
It's a conciliatory cross, erected in the memory of some innocent's death. They say some years ago, a young fellow killed himself on account of an unhappy love affair. He jumped from a cliff.
And the day after you saw the apparition, the cross was at an angle?
Aye, all askew. Everyone here saw it. I didn't go back. I can't.
I'll find out what happened.
Don't worry, Gerda. Nobody's going to make fun of you anymore. I'll find out what it was all about and what you really saw there.
What do you think happened?
I don't know yet, but I'm going to find out.
I don't know yet, but you needn't fear. Everything will get cleared up soon.
Thank you. By all the saints, thank you. But please, come and tell me how it turned out. I'll make it worth your while.
Greetings.
Greetings.
Greetings. Investigate the cross. Talk to the witness Stanislav.
Gerda really did see something. That cross hides a secret.
Come down here. Let's take a look at who this is. Hired hand Straw. Rest in peace, friend. Well, not friend, but you, Straw is one of the brothers who killed Pavlena's boyfriend trying to help Yakish out. And he was the one that hit Roman over the head with a rock. And I turned him into the bailiff. So now what do we want to do? We want to go and talk to this fellow. Let's just make sure I do have the spade. Get my trusty horse. Since I've already been out to Appolonia, I can fast travel out there. So let's do that. I'm leaving a B. I don't really have time to do anything like that. Alright, let's go talk to this guy. There he is.
Good day to you.
I heard you saw an
I
apparition.
hear you saw some diabolical apparition. Is that true?
Was it the bailiff who sent you? Or old Croper?
No. I want to go to Apollonia to see Ambrose, the hermit. I've heard talk he's somehow linked to that apparition. So I need to know what you saw that night.
Why do you want to know? Forget that shit, pal. It reeks of fire and brimstone.
I know how to deal with evil spirits. This is scholarship, and I want to get scholarship up, so...
I know how to deal with evil spirits. I know a spell. Want to learn it?
Of course!
Say after me. Vade retro satana.
Vade retro satana.
Vade retro satana. Remember that. You just have to say it, and you'll drive away the devil.
My God, what a spell! It's clear you know your stuff. What did you want to know?
What exactly did you see that night at the crossroads?
A diabolical apparition. A black rider on a black horse flew into Appolonia. His eyes glowed, and his horse was black as charcoal. He turned this way and that a couple of times at the crossroads, and then darted off into the rocks. To the Hermit's place, I'm sure.
He turned this way and that. That's strange. Would the devil not know the way?
I'm telling the truth. Gerda from the apothecary saw him too.
Why would the devil go see
But the hermit helps people, though, doesn't he?
Aye, he did. Only now they're saying he was at death's door and sold his soul to the devil. And that was the horseman.
Why would the hermit sell his soul?
Why? Why would the old man have sold his soul to the devil and then kept living as a pauper in his hut?
Who knows what's going on in them rocks? Some devilish trickery for sure. Take care for now.
All right. It's nice to know that...
That herdsboy really did see something. And the trail leads into the rocks.
It's nice to know that I can pull the wool over the eyes of local yokels by telling them, hey, this is a spell.
Everything all right, eh?
So, one thing I was wanting to do that I said earlier is society. Where is it? I thought it was, was it society or was it general? Chivalric orders. Okay. So the chivalric orders, you know, I'll let you read this, but the most famous knightly orders were the Knights Templar, the Order of St. John, or Knights of Malta, the Teutonic Order. The Teutonic Order was a Germanic knightly order. The Polish/Lithuanian Commonwealth had a war with them in the 1400s, just like we're now, and beat them. The Knights of the Holy Sepulchre and the Knights of St. Lazarus. And there's a couple of them in Spain as well at this time, I think. But earlier they talked about Andalusia. Andalusia is on the Iberian Peninsula, which is Spain. And at this time they were holding holy crusades against the Muslims in Spain, because the Muslims still owned part of Spain at that time. That time period is called the Reconquista, and that the Reconquista is the wars that the Spanish undertook to kick out the Muslims from the Spanish peninsula. And so I don't know why they brought that up, but Ambrose sounds like he might be one of these chivalric orders. So anyway. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go back here and find out what's going on over there. Everybody's heard of the Knights Templar. That's what those movies were made about. Oh crap, I can't even remember them. The one that Tom Hanks was in, though.
The Conciliatory Cross. A memorial to the unfortunate death of that young man. But I'm more interested in what secrets it conceals now.
I'm gonna save the game.
Fresh soil. Someone was digging here recently. It doesn't look like an apparition, Gerda.
I thought there were two of them.
Hermit!
Okay, let's take a look at this. Crusaders of the Red Star Waffenrock. Chronicle of the Knights of the Cross. Seneschal Ambrose's decree, and the name of the hermit is Ambrose. Old letter about the Order's commandery fire. 30 groschen. And a Crusader cloak.
He didn't take either the coin or the books.
Well, there's another one.
So it wasn't a thief. It must be something else he was after.
So there was two of them. Okay, we need to we need to pick 30. It's 8. 4. 15, 16, 17, 20, 27, 32, flower power. Okay. Old crossbow, honey bolt, piercing bolt. A lot of good stuff there. Armor. Let's put that. Put that. Weapons. We'll put that on the horse. We'll put this stuff on the horse as well. This is blacksmithing stuff. And we'll put all this stuff on it as well. Okay. Alright. So, books. Chronicle of the Knights of the Cross. I'm not going to read all of this. It's a history of the Knights of the Cross, the Honorable Order. was founded in 1233 by Agnes of Bohemia. They helped build the Judith Bridge. There's 3 wolves. All right. So back to the books. The founded in 1233. In the year of 1237, Pope Gregory IX himself took the Hospitallers under his protection. Okay, so 1237 is when the Knights of the Cross was officially established. Then they built the Judas Bridge and also built a hospital right next to the bridge, and they were able to take customs from the bridge. Then this is when they built the hospital in the old town of Prague. About the death of Agnes of Premslid, she died in 1282. The growth of the order happened, it started growing bigger, but then I guess after King Wenceslaus III was assassinated in Olomouc, the country kind of fell apart. The order did well under Emperor Charles IV, and they gained a lot of wealth. Then a fire occurred in this, I guess, the same year as the death of Emperor Charles IV, and they started losing their power. And then it says, we have fallen prey to the whore of Babylon and have been poisoned by the poison from her breast. For by courtesy small things grow, but by discord even the greater things crumble to dust. And that's it for that. So let's look at this. I'm not going to read all this. Sancti Francisci Bocata says, measures of the year of our Lord 1382, we make it known to all before God that Brother Ambrose of Prague has fulfilled his vows of order and mastery and has attained considerable renown and skill in his work, as well as having attained due wisdom in his age. We hereby place in the hands of Brother Ambrose of Prague all the duties and dignity of the office of Seneschal of the Order and swear allegiance to him before God. Our brother is further dispensed from the hospital service and is charged with the care of appointing honest correctors of the courts and confirming suitable preceptors of castles, hospitals, and other residences of the order. For his own use and that of his office, apart from the ordinary customs, our elder brother Ambrose is given 2 good riding horses and 1 each for his knight and chaplain. He is also to have the service of 1 archer and 2 squires in armor, as well as 2 servants under saddle. And then the last one is this letter. Brother Ambrose, I know something that should interest you. I know who started the fire at St. Francis Almshouse and why. They want the Grand Master removed too. Meet me tonight at the appointed place. The Dominicans from the Inquisition suspect me, and the bishop won't help us anymore. Don't trust anyone. Okay, so apparently Ambrose is part of a knightly order. Poacher's Hideout. Do we want any of this stuff? We'll take it. I don't want to sleep. I thought there was another grave up here somewhere, but maybe not. Okay. Deer hunting spot. This looks like a grave. All right. So we're covered in blood, and we pretty much have determined that the Hermit Ambrose is, or was, the former seneschal of the Knights of the Cross, which is a knightly order founded by people of the church. So wash off the worst of the blood. So the next thing to do is go to Appolonia.
Whoa! Whoa!
I want to save the game.
I'll show you.
Sick!
Hey, get him!
Oh crap, he's really... He drove up my dog quickly.
Hey, get him! We're gonna get
Come on. My dog really took off pretty quick.
Show your stuff! Do it!
Come on, come on, come on. Give me an opening. Let me get one of you.
What do you want?
I want you to die.
Do it!
Come on.
That was something! Bad luck! Come on then!
Come on. Give me my openings.
Show your stuff.
Come on. This is tough.
I'm all yours.
We're gonna gut you, you whore son. Do it.
There we go. Finally.
Christ, I'm hit.
Yes,
Show
you
your
are.
stuff.
You are hit. Woo, this has been a tough fight. Come on, die, dude. Woo. Tough, tough, tough fight. Woo. Two guys with shields, and my dog just took off. Why did my dog just leave me? A lavish rosary. Wow, that was tough. That was tough. We did it though. We got him. Nope, I don't want to do that. No. Oh, no. This is horrible. God, I don't want to, I don't want to drop all this stuff because I really need the money. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. There's a guy walking up there. Come here, Mud.
Look what I have for you.
Mutt's obedience is 58. Wow, my sword was damaged a pretty good amount. I can't repair items that are in high quality. I'm not skilled enough. Wow, it was a pretty hard fight, but we managed it. We managed it. Those guys were very tough. I need to get my skill up. As a matter of fact, player, 3 available perks. Hardworking lad, if you carry a sack, you get 8, you know, blah, blah, blah. Wrestler, if you're in a clinch, it helps. Tight grip, the higher your strength skill, the easier it will be to knock out someone or kill them stealthily. Train hard. The required strength for all weapons will be 5 lower for you. This helps a lot because it means I hit harder. And, yeah. Scholarship and swords. Opening strike, precise strike. I've read all these. Swordmaker's wisdom. Magister, when you perform a combo, you gain +5 to your swordsmanship skill, making subsequent attacks easier to perform and more powerful. The effect lasts for 30 seconds. Swordmaker's wisdom. Well, I really want that because I really want to make a good sword for myself. I want to do that because that way I'll have, hopefully we'll be able to get a good sword. How close are we to this? Okay. Okay, so there's like some kind of building up here. We just keep going. We're going to run into this building. Looked like it had some kind of field. That looks like a house. And there's a horse.
Huh. A horse? What's it doing here in the woods? I should take a closer look. A beautiful horse. Black as charcoal. The herds boy wasn't lying. And you don't smell of brimstone. You're just an ordinary horse. Someone really did come to see the hermit. But it wasn't the devil.
Here's a skeleton. And it has a skeleton key. And I'm just going to unlock this. Amerigo decoctions. Painkiller brew, 181 groschen, and 7 bandages. That is pretty nice. Oh. Yeah. We're going to put some stuff in here. These things aren't worth anything at all. So we're going to put those there. A Warren Gambison. We're going to put that there. Oh, those legs are better than the ones I have. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, quilted hose. Quilted hose. Boar hide. Boar hide's worth a lot. Burger's hunting sword. Crude arrows. No. No. What did you do? I'm gonna take this. What the hell was that? That's all I'm taking. I'm gonna leave the rest of it. These are better. What did that say? Let's save it again.
This is the place the innkeeper was talking about. The hermit lives somewhere up there.
I'm all yours. Rip your ass open. What do you want?
I want you to die.
Take that fucker out! Damn it! Back up! Christ!
You want to try me?
Yes, I want to try you. Alright, so I'm going to be completely overwhelmed. Oh, look at all this stuff. That is a lot of stuff. Oh, and this is a soldier. All right, so that guy took stuff off of these two guys. That's what it was. Yeah, he's a soldier. Nothing's on him. Nothing's on him. All right. Anyway, I'm completely overburdened. And weak marigold decoctions. Drink one of those. Anyway, I'm completely overburdened, and I think it's time to end the video because we've been going about an hour and 10 minutes, I think, a little bit, maybe a little bit longer. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you like the content, and click the bell for notifications, and leave a comment because I will respond. Comments, suggestions, anything, I will be willing to read those and respond to you. So anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.